1970 Chevelle.
See, there's your harness that we made.
Oh, nice.
It's all hanging out the bottom.
It's actually pretty nice.
It's connected though.
Got a nice ride tech on there.
Yeah, all of it.
So this is our
Front and
first
back.
LT4 car. Not fuel injected, but direct injected motor that we've had. That'll work. That's perfect.
Okay. Sorry, we have to go on the trash a little.
That's all right. It'll grow back. How long have you had this car?
5 years.
5 years.
I wasn't going to say anything, but I'm going to say something now. Damn, bruh.
Yeah.
We were just watching the video. You know what I mean? We were just watching your video with the single pipe.
Yeah.
You all right, though?
Yeah, I'm good.
Cool.
I'm good.
You can always do another one.
So this motor makes, was it 600 horse? Is that what it's rated for? In the car, or is that
I don't know.
the GM specification?
GM specification. 625.
Because the headers.
That's at the crank. That's at the crank. That's not at the.
All right, so we got the 70 Chevelle on the lift. As we said before, it's an LT4, direct injected motor, and this is the bottom. It's pretty clean. It has nice components. It has not Global West, but strong arms in the front, coilovers, and the tall spindles. And then he has Corvette brakes. The exhaust is leaves a little bit left to be desired. The transmission has issues as far as it not engaging properly. The clutch, that is.
It is a T56 though.
Yeah, T56, but it needs to be. There's some issues with it, so we'll do that. That'll be the first thing we'll tackle. Back the tranny off. Look at the clutch because it's a twin disc. It's a RST, I believe. And the rear is, it has the coilovers as well. I think they're they're QA1s. They're a ride tech. Pretty sick.
Fox, right there.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So, motor cover. So yeah, that's the basic build of it. The next video you will see is of us pulling the tranny apart. Or not pulling it apart, but pulling it out.
Taking it out, yeah.
All right, today I'm going to be working on this 1970 Chevelle. It has a direct injected LT4. I think it's from a C7 Corvette. I'm not exactly sure. But the reason why it's here is because, well, there's a couple of reasons. But today we're going to tackle is the transmission. So it has a T56 in it. The customer is saying that it's chattering in the forward gears, but it doesn't do it in reverse. He also said that the pedal was pulsating. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna pull the drive shaft out, pull the crossmember off, back out the transmission, pull the shifter off obviously, and then start inspecting the components to see what is what's the relationship between the components, between the pressure plate, the flywheel, the twin disc. I think it's the RST setup that's in there. But that's what we're going to tackle today. So I guess let's get after it. All right, so we're gonna test the run out on the fingers of the clutch. So I'm gonna grab a breaker bar for the on the front of the crank. I'm gonna rotate the motor a little bit and then figure out what the run out is of this clutch, because I think it's pretty far off. So we'll see.
Okay.
So I'm going to set this at 0 and call out where it is on the when I rotate the engine over. I suspect that the fingers are bent. All right.
Negative 90.
Okay.
Negative 92. Back to 90, 92. Almost to the 0.
It changed directions.
Yeah, it went
Okay.
down and then went up. Now it's at 20,
All right.
30,
Okay.
35.
Okay.
Back up to 30-ish.
So now I'm gonna resume taking apart the rest of the flywheel assembly, clutch assembly, I should say. Chevelle housing. Now let's see what we got here. Why is this thing acting weird? So the next thing we'll take off is these bolts here to pull the pressure plate off. So right now I'm just looking for clues. The amount of bolts sticking out past the nut, it seems to be pretty even on all of the pressure plate bolts. So I don't see anything crazy. Looks like the disc is pretty smoked. And it's only smoked on one side. Okay, so I'm going to take this plate off. I'm going to set it directly over the firewall assembly in this order. So again, here you see it only bit here. So the next thing we're going to check is the run out of the actual flywheel. Okay, so let me. I'm going to rotate the motor.
Okay.
It should only be those little integers. It should be only maybe 1 or 2.
Okay.
So I try to mimic the same surface, the riding surface as a clutch, to see if there's any correlation between our problem and the way the flywheel's running.
So we're at 0.
Okay. All right.
It's staying at 0. Staying at 0. It barely moved. 0. 0. Maybe 1.
Okay, so we're good. So yeah, we're good. So the
Okay.
flywheel's straight. So it's just the clutch assembly. So I'm gonna take this into the garage and take a
Take it
closer
apart
look at it.
and
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to check is the spacers to make sure, or to see if there's any height disparity. That would cause the clutch or the pressure plate to be loaded unevenly. So these here are, I guess you could make both cases. It's either making contact here more or less, causing it to slip. But that isn't, yeah. I think maybe more. So it's just grabbing on this side. So if that's the case, then these here should be shorter. So let's see. So 0.569, and this one is 0.569, and this one doesn't want to come off. This one is 0.568. This is 0.571. I really want to see what this one is. 0.571, so that's the same. So these are all the same. Let's measure these now. 0.588. 0.588. 0.592. So that's 4 thousandths. So it's installed just like that. You can see here there's a lot of heat on this disc here, on this intermediate plate. I think it's pretty much smoked. So the next thing I'm going to check is the height between the face of the pressure plate and the top of the housing. All right, looks like I found the culprit. So I put this this screw and threaded it into my table. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just screwing it up just a little bit so it makes contact, and then I'm gonna do the other side. So this is where it was slipping, I guess you would say. Or I shouldn't say that. This is where it was making most contact on this side. So it barely touches here. It barely makes contact. I'm gonna go to the other side where it wasn't touched, or where the heat witness marks aren't there, and you can see the gap. You can see right here as well. You can see it touching again there. And go over here on this side, and there's it's a pretty healthy gap. Another gap over there, and then it kind of closes back down right there. And the gap seems to be about 30 thou, 40 thou. So this is how much it moves up actually. So you can kind of see in comparison. So yeah, it's quite a bit off. I guess my guess is when it was put together, it looks like they torqued one side down fully before they actually, well, I should say, instead of incrementally going, the crisscross pattern, little by little. That's what I guess. I'm not sure, but it's no matter what, this thing has worked. So I just so happen to have another one of these in stock, and we're going to compare it and see what the difference is. So hold on one second. Okay, so this is a brand new RST twin disc clutch, and as you can see, there's no rocking, and I'm going to set the screw basically right there. Then we'll move to this side over here. We'll test it. Same thing. Yeah, it's within, I'd say, a couple thou. And then we'll go to this side, test this side, couple foul. So yeah, so that's the problem. The frame of the pressure plate is bent, and that's why the clutch was basically chattering like crazy. That's it for this video. My objective today was to basically find the root cause of why the clutch was chattering, and it looks like we know why. So the next video will be of me installing the new clutch, and actually, and trimming the tunnel. So, all right, till next time.